Great day of trucking today. Great day. What makes a great day for a Schneider company driver? You got your load, you got your destination, you got your fuel solution, you got open miles, and you drive all day. No flat tires, no crazy drivers, no anything like that. Just a good, solid day of driving. That's as good as it gets for a company driver. I'm in California. I'm in Los Angeles. Is that my favorite place to be? No. My appointment is tomorrow at 5:30. Is that my favorite time to get up? No. But I drove all day. I made as much as I can being in California, driving 55. I made as much as I can as a company driver today. And when I do my best and when things work, that's a great day. And I just have to share it. Because sometimes I have bad days. Sometimes there's so many things that can go wrong. So many things. And most of it is something that we as company drivers can't control. So when I have a good day, I try to soak it in because I know a rough day could be right around the corner. Speaking of hiccups, I had a hiccup yesterday. So as a over-the-road driver, I'm out for a month. I won't see my home OC again probably in 27 days. So being over the road, there are certain things that we rely on. One is we rely on our money. And I've gotten into the habit, I don't know if it's a bad habit, I rely on my debit card almost completely. So I use my debit card for everything, but I try to minimize my purchases. So my truck is stocked full of food and water. I've got clean clothes. I've got everything I need, so I don't need to spend money. The only thing I like to spend money on is coffee. I tried having my own travel coffee maker in the truck, but I drink so much coffee that, and coffee's relatively cheap at the truck stop. When I get the largest soda, insulated soda cup that they have, and I fill this with coffee. And sometimes they ask me, is that coffee? And I say, yeah. They charge me $1.79, the same price for a drink. I don't think they really care what's in it. So I get the largest coffee I can get. I have an insulated cup. So I get the coffee, I put it in here. This will stay hot for 4 hours. That's the only thing I use my card for. And my debit card, some reason it signaled to my bank, Washington Trust Bank, that there may be fraudulent activity going on. So when there's when the bank thinks that there's fraudulent activity, they shut the card off so it can't be used. And so I was trying to call to get it reactivated, but I had to wait till business hours. So that put me in a little hiccup, nothing big, but I contacted them this morning and it's shut back on. And what they said is, my situation, that I should have a secondary backup for money, and I do. I have a Visa credit card, which I haven't used in a long time. I don't like using my credit card at all. But, they kind of said, I should probably carry some cash. And I think that's a good idea. I don't like carrying cash, but I think I need to, just in case. I should probably have enough cash to last me a couple weeks, just in case something happens to my card, that I have money. And cash, everybody takes cash. So in the future, I did take some cash out. So I have cash, I have my debit card, I have my credit card, I have money. One other thing I'd like to talk about is the trip plan application on the tablet. So I was looking at this. I've been at this for 4.5 years, and I've been on the West Coast for 2 of those years, and I have a pretty good handle on the West Coast. pretty good handle. I mean, there's always room to learn, and I'm learning all the time. I have a pretty good handle on it. And I was looking at this app, and I think, for brand new drivers that have trouble trip planning, I can see it being useful. And it's probably useful in some regards for everybody, just to kind of remember exactly, your stops and things like that. I haven't used it. I'm looking at it now. There is a tutorial. I'm going to go over the tutorial probably this evening and just get educated on it. But there's that. If you have any trouble trip planning, or if you're a new prospecting driver, if you are curious about trip planning, there is an app. And okay, I got a message today from my DBL, and I like these. My DBL is pretty cool. His name is Mark, and he is pretty cool. I like Mark. He's a straight shooter. He doesn't take any BS, and that's the way you got to be in this industry. But I got a message saying, as of April 18th, it says, okay, hey guys, guess what? You're getting another raise. As of April 18th, you will be getting 2 more cents per mile, even if you're already maxed out. If there is any concern about the tax implications, I gladly accept donations and tips. Thanks, Mark. That's his sense of humor. But 2 more cents, and if you do the math, 2 more cents, that's a meal. That's a meal I can take my kids on. That's money towards braces that my daughter needs. That's money that I can pay my child support with. That's money I can put in my savings account. That's money I can do whatever I want with. So any raise is appreciated. I think we as Schneider drivers, we earn every single penny that we get. You don't earn it necessarily on the open road. You earn it when you're switching trailers, when you're getting live unloaded, when you're doing all these things, sweeping trailers, and so we earn it. So I'm glad to hear that. Okay, you all company drivers, you're probably getting the same messages I am, but I like to touch on some things. Safety Blitz, April 8th through 12th is a nationwide safety blitz. One of the main things that being the law enforcement DOT, are looking for this year is cell phone usage. Okay, make sure that you are not using your phone while driving. Federal law states that you cannot use a handheld phone while driving, and it is Schneider's policy that you are not to participate in a phone conversation while driving. It's okay to have it on the mount and use it for music or audiobooks. You cannot talk on the phone while driving, even with the Bluetooth. Thanks, Mark. Okay. I use my phone, and I use it a lot I love listening to audiobooks. I love listening to documentaries. I listen. And it's no different than listening to radio. It's just information that's coming in your ears. You're focused on driving, you're checking your mirrors, you're driving safely, but you're listening to something that you want to listen to. Now, when it comes to phone calls, I do not answer phone calls while I'm driving. I just don't. And, the reason that I don't talk while I'm driving is because, let's say I'm driving and, there's things going on in my life. I have kids. My dad is 86 and he's in an assisted living situation. He did recover from the COVID virus. So he contracted COVID-19. He was super sick for about 2 weeks and he recovered. So, there's things going on in my life that, if I get a phone call and if I were to answer it, I could get really focused on the conversation. So, and it says in this message that you can use it for audiobooks and music. You can listen to things, but they don't want you talking on the phone while driving. So, when they have a safety blitz, no matter what it's on, I really focus on that because, you know, if that's what they're looking for, that, you know, these DOT officers and these cops are probably, you know, if they're focusing on it, who knows if they have a bonus program or some kind of incentives for really cracking down and busting people. They're looking for it, so that's something to be aware of. Just to wrap it up, I am parked in San Bernardino at the San Bernardino drop yard. I am so glad this drop yard is here because parking in Los Angeles is either non-existent, difficult, or expensive. You're either going to pay for parking or it's hard to find parking, and it's California, so if they can give you a ticket, they'll gladly give you as much as they can give you. So I'm really glad that this yard is here. It's probably my favorite yard just for the location. But like I said, a boring day, as long as it's not sitting waiting for a load, a boring day in my book is a great day, because I don't want anything too exciting or you know, flat tires. I don't want anything too crazy. So when I have my load and it's open miles, that's as good as it gets. So I'm sticking with Schneider. Like I said, I've been at it for 4.5 years. Once you get some experience and you learn how to trip plan, and you learn the location you're in, and you learn all the ins and outs, it takes some time. You know, it's not something that you're not gonna become really proficient at it in 2 months. It's gonna take time, but if you can hang in there, you will reap the benefits. And that's it for tonight.